Hi, everybody. Welcome to ABC Gluten Free. This is Football Finger Foods Part 2. We're so glad to have you here, and we apologize for some technical difficulties, but I want you to follow along with Football Bites, our hashtag, so you can see everything that you may have missed this week. Put that over there for Mom. And we have a great show planned for you because we know that it's football season. As you can see, I have my Snoopy shirt on because we all know that wonderful scene of Charlie Brown with his trying to kick the football and Lucy just takes it away from him. Hopefully that won't happen for the Super Bowl, but we have some great snacks for you. So we hope that you BYON.
Bring your napkin.
Right, Sophia, because we have delicious football finger foods planned for you. We have 2 more recipes this week. And then hopefully we have maybe possibly 1 more for you in the coming week before the Super Bowl starts. We want you to be fully equipped and ready to go. So we're so glad to have you here. Thank you for tuning in from wherever it is you're tuning in from. If you're watching live, we want to hear from you. Put something in the comment of where you're tuning in from. Or if you're watching on the app, go to our question and answer or introduce yourself and say, hey, I was watching from wherever your episode Football Finger Foods Part 2. All right, so we have to get going, right? So we have a great recipe for you, and we're going to do a baked versus fried because we know we have a lot of fried food lovers out there, and it is Friday, so it is time to fry the food. But we also have some people who have health conscious and don't like to eat fried food, even though we're using non-GMO sunflower oil to fry our food. And we still want to give you healthy options because we want you to have healthy, vibrant, and delicious gluten-free foods. So we're going to get going. So let me go over the ingredients for you of our first recipe. It's very, very simple. We have 2 cups of tiger nut flour. This is a very healthy flour alternative for you. There's no oats, there's no gluten, there's no dairy, there's no soy, there is no nuts. So you have a great option to use tiger nut flour. And you can get that at tigernutsusa.com. That's one of our pantry partners and fridge friends, and we love tiger nuts. We have 2 teaspoons of coconut oil here. And actually the coconut oil is very nutritious and healthy. If you have a coconut allergy, you could substitute that with just olive oil, or you can do any kind of butter that you prefer, whether it's a vegan butter or a regular dairy butter. And then we have pink Himalayan sea salt, which is called mineral salt in the health food world. We have 4 baby teaspoons of that mineral salt. And then what we have here are mini hot dogs. Everybody knows these. These are iconic. I mean, you could just post a picture of this and people will probably be like, hey, are you making pigs in a blanket? So this is a very, very popular football finger food. Everybody loves it. We're going to give you 2 versions today. So you're going to have a healthy version, and then you're going to have the fried version. We're using similar hot dogs. We have 2 different hot dogs. We have a chicken and we have a beef for those of you who prefer one or the other. But really, these little babies come in a mixed concoction of like chicken, pork, chicken, beef. So these are actually Hillshire Farms. You can see them on every shelf in the grocery store. So we're going to get started. I'm going to have Sophia making the dough. So I'm going to take this out. I just had these draining, and I'm going to let her use this bowl to actually make the dough. So she's just going to put the 2 cups of tiger nut flour, the 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and a little bit of salt in there. And then you're going to need about a few tablespoons of water, and she's going to get that for herself. And meanwhile, I'm going to dry off the hot dogs because we need the hot dogs dry in order to wrap them with this kind of pliable dough we're going to have, because we want it to stick. And essentially you would want to kind of set these in the freezer for a little bit, maybe 15-20 minutes before you bake them in the oven. Let that coconut oil cool and rest, and you can let the dough firm up and absorb the moisture. Yes. And she can actually go in that with her hands and kind of mix that in. Get rid of your bowls when you're done, okay? So I'm just drying off the hot dogs because any of the moisture will have that dough slip off, and we don't want that to happen.
How much salt?
All of that. Now, we know that the hot dogs are pretty salty to begin with, so we cut back on the salt because normally a dough without anything in it really has no flavor. So the flavor will all come from the hot dogs, so we just used a little bit of salt. You could use that, yeah. So I'm just drying off the hot dogs on a towel, and I actually can toss them in flour if I'm very concerned about the slipping off, or I can toss them in some tiger nut flour if I want to keep it completely tiger nut.
Do you
Roll up your sleeve? Sure. Do you want me to just pull that? Is that good? Right. So Sophia's going to go right in with her hands and kind of crumble that dough up a little bit.
Thank you.
Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then she can work that dough with a little bit of water until that kind of folds into what it needs to be. If you have a food, just go quickly because we have one in the fridge that we don't need to waste time. If you want to be speedy about it and you want to make a bunch of these because, you want to make sure you have lots of hot dogs for all your friends that are coming over for a football, you want to do this in the food processor. It'll take 2 minutes. Literally, you'll be done. And you won't have to do what she's doing right now, which is just kind of incorporating the coconut oil and the salt, making it like a crumbly sand texture. You want me to add here some water now?
Not yet.
Let's move up a little bit. I should have got the stabilizer for you. All right, you ready?
I guess so.
All right, yeah. Are you going to use the fork or no?
Mm-hmm.
So about 4 tablespoons of water. I'm going to let her go with this to start off, and then we don't want to have to play the wet dry game. So earlier we made a dough. We have it all set to go, and we're going to show you that in a second. Let me just continue to dry off the little doggies. So we did rinse these when we first got them, and we let them sit in the strainer for a bit. And then we're just drying them with the towel to make sure they're completely dry. So we want to hear what you guys are doing for this, enormous Super Bowl game that's going to be happening. And actually, I don't even know who's playing. But I do know for a fact that the Eagles won last weekend. So that's a bonus because my baby was born in Philadelphia. And, I don't love the Eagles, but I love that it's Philadelphia and it's kind of close to home. So you like the Eagles? Do you know who's playing for the football game? No. Does anybody know who's playing for football? I know Gluten-Free Dad does. Who's playing in the Super Bowl?
The Eagles and the Chiefs.
The Eagles and the Chiefs. Okay, so I would have to go with the Eagles only because my babies were born in Philadelphia, but I'm sure the Chiefs are a very nice team and they're going to play their best. So we're just going to,
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Is that their hashtag or whatever? Fly, Eagles, fry. Well, we're going to be flying doggies instead of eagles. We're going to get these into the fryer. I have my fryer on 350, and I'm actually going to put that away and get the one out that we have. Sophia's dough is just about done. I just want to show it to you real quick. Press it together. It's going to come together, and you're going to let that sit because you want the water, the tiger nuts to absorb the water, and then that will kind of make the dough nice and consistent. All right, so get rid of that, and let's get out our dough. I have my still pad here, and I'm just going to put this out for Sophia so that we can get rolling. The dough is more of, it's not like a roll it out, cut it, and shape it. It's more of a take a handful, press it around the hot dog, and then put them in the fryer. But these ones we're actually going to bake. So we want to show you the difference between the baked and the fried, but we're going to do the baked ones first for you. All right, Sophia's going to get that bowl out. We don't need the hot dogs. You can put those back. And we actually have a dough made. We have 2 doughs made for you because we wanted to share with you the difference between the doughs and the baking. So this is a regular, like a pie crust dough that we actually added some crunched up tortilla chips to, which we thought was a really fun idea. So this dough would be something that is very easy to make. It's just flour, water, a little bit of salt, and some of the coconut oil, or you could use a butter or oil. Let me just grab a knife. So this is easy to do because what you would do is you'd cut this down the middle.
You can put flour down.
No, we don't need it. And then we're going to cut this in half, and then in half, then in half again. So you can see how we're coming out with how many pieces we can make, right? So now we're doing them all in half again, and then half again. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16. So what I would do is I would just take one of these, roll it up in my hand, press it out kind of like we did last week. You guys saw what we did last week for our football finger foods. And for the little meatballs that we did, the buffalo bites. And then I would take the hot dog and wrap it up in there. And I would close him up if I wanted to, or little ends out like most people do. And then you want to leave the ends out. And then I would just set it down on the parchment baking sheet. Sophia's going to take, you're going to take, you can actually do the same thing that I did if you want and cut them into pieces. And then what's going to happen is once we get all those done, she's got a lot of work to do, but we're not going to show you all of this. We're going to just give you the highlights basically. So she's going to cut the dough in half and then keep going in half. No, it's okay. You don't need to. Cut in half. And then maybe we'll get a little bit less than this because this dough is a little bit bigger. So a very simple dough to make would be this or this one. This one is a little bit cleaner, a little healthier. This one has flour. This one does not. This one has chopped up tortilla chips. We used a black bean tortilla chip. We thought it would be fun. This one does not. But they also have an oil or a butter base or a coconut oil, and they do have the salt. So very simple, and they both have water. I didn't use anything special, nothing exciting. And actually, there's a bunch of different ways that we can do this, but I'm going to let Sophia handle that. Why don't you just come over here so they can see a little bit better. When you take the dough and you just kind of flatten it in your hand, in the palm of your hand, you can put it on plastic wrap if you need to, if you're not comfortable with kind of rolling it out. You're going to just kind of press it around. It's more of a pressed dough than it is a roll-out dough. So we just take it and kind of do it like a meatball almost. Did you get it? Yeah. You can roll it out and put it on the plastic wrap and then kind of wrap it around the hot dog. That's a little bit easier. But some of the oil from your hands will get into the dough, and that's okay. All right. So we've got our little footballs. You want me to help you, or you want to just keep going? You want to keep going?
So crumbly.
It's crumbly, yes, because there's nothing in it holding it together. We don't have any egg. If you wanted to do an egg, you could. It would give it a little bit more firm texture. But you just kind of can roll them into the balls and then pat it out into your hand like that. And then make a little indentation and then wrap the hot dog around it gently, right? And then these you would want to firm up in the refrigerator for just a little while. This turns into like a bread, though. It's kind of very cool. It turns into like a little bread base, a little bread for the dog. All right. How you doing? All right? You doing that too? Mm-hmm. All right. So we're going to stop this, Sophia. You can get the bake, and we can bake a few. I'll do a few more because we do have some that are ready. Those are enough to do for just to show everybody what to do. I'll do a couple more of these. This one's a little firmer, as you can see, because this has the flour in it. But this one also has corn in it. So if you have people with corn allergies, you don't want to give them this. All right, we're going to do all those in the oven. We're going to do 375 for about 10 to 12 minutes. The hot dog is basically cooked. It's like basically all hot dogs are cooked. You just really want to warm them up. Unless you want them browned, then you would brown them first and then put them in the dough. One more of this one or this one? One more of this one? All right, so I'm just going to take that, roll it, press it into my hand like I showed you, make a little divot in the middle, put the hot dog, and then close it in. Now, if it's sticking to your hands, you could just put a little bit of flour on your hands. That was a little bit much dough for that, but that's okay. We'll let it go in there. Do like 10 to 12 minutes, 375. Do you want me to do any more or no? All right, so for now, we're going to put this away because we want to get started on our next football finger foods. That's a tongue twister. Can you say that one a couple times? And that is going to be our taco cups. Now, I don't know about you, but in our house, tacos are like numero uno. And that's because everybody loves Sam's Famous Salsa, which we have today here for you. You can order this online, get it shipped directly to your house, or if you're in the local vicinity of where they're from, you can have this shipped right to your door. So Sam's Famous Salsa comes in hot, mild, and medium. We love all of the flavors, and today we're going to be using this for our chicken. What'd you say, honey? Take that away.
Less spicy.
Yeah, you did. That's okay. All right, so for our taco cups, we're going to first start with our chicken. Thank you, honey. I have a cup of Josie's coat of oats right here. Ding dong, somebody's here. I have a cup of Josie's coat of oats, which is an oat flour. And I have a pound of chicken breast. It's kind of marinating in Sam's Famous Salsa. It does smell good, right? All right, so what I'm going to do is just move this around a little bit. And I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to get my West Bend heated, and I'm going to get a little bit of oil in there. I want to just move this around. The salsa gives the chicken such a delicious flavor. but I'm also going to do a little bit of spice on it. So if you want to get mommy her spicy mix. So I keep a spice mix in my cabinet, and really I just do it kind of for the color. I want people to know that the chicken's going to be a little spicy. So I do a little, just drop a little bit of that. So 1 teaspoon of this. This has oregano, cumin, salt, pepper. That's good. It has a little bit of paprika, a little chili powder. But you can really do whatever you want. There's like those packets you can buy. Some of those are gluten-free. All right. So we've got our chicken. And I'm going to start cooking this after I put it right into that mixture there. I'm going to switch sides. No, I don't. I can just do it real quick because I don't need it to be heavily coated, right? So I'm going to get started. I want to put some oil in the pan. We've got our non-GMO sunflower oil that we're going to add to that and let that get hot. And I'm just going to dip our chicken right in there. My family loves fried chicken, any kind of fried chicken. I could even give it to them on the bone and they'll eat it. But a chicken fried with salsa and cheese, a gluten-free diet saying that. Chicken fried with salsa and cheese is probably like the top of the food chain for them. They absolutely love it. Thank you, Sophia. Yeah, I will.
It's bold.
Is it? It's bold. We don't want it to be bold. All right, I'm going to let Sophia get started on the taco cups because what we're going to do is get those ready for our chicken. So I'll probably just do 1 or 2 of these just because I don't want to keep you here all day because I know you guys have plenty of things to do on Friday. And if you're watching this throughout the weekend, you want to get ready for football finger foods, you want to go get your shopping list, write all your ingredients down, and get busy. You can make these up ahead of time. What, honey?
Or am I grabbing?
All that stuff over there. Yeah, the cups, the tortillas, yeah. So you want to make sure you get all of your ingredients ready so you can make a whole bunch of appetizers up ahead of time so you'll be ready for your football party. What'd you say, honey? Yeah, grab all that stuff. All right, so I'm just going to do 2 pieces of chicken just so that I can show you exactly what we're doing. And I'm going to let that cook. It's on 350, about 3 minutes each side. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. It's going to be fun. So go grab the other tortillas. We have 2 different types of tortillas. We have patatas, which is a sweet potato. Yeah, that's okay. We're going to use it anyway. We have patatas, which is a sweet potato corn-free tortilla because we have some people that have corn allergies and we want to make sure they can eat this. And then we have mission, which is a regular yellow corn tortilla. So here's the difference. We've got the yellow ones here and the corn-free ones here. Go get the cutting board and the knife. So I want to show you how we did this in order to get these into our little muffin tins, right? So we'll take the corn-free ones. First, you really should warm this up. So I'm just going to hold it over here for a minute. But you can put it in the microwave for like 10 seconds. Just to give it a little pliability. It's like a steam bath for the tortilla. So in order for this to kind of mold into that cup like you see there, we want to soften it up a little bit. If you don't have time to do this, we're just doing this to show you, pop it in the microwave for 10 seconds. All right, so Sophia's going to cut it down the line. It's okay. Cut it down the line, and then she's going to cut it in half again. And that's actually going to be 4 hors d'oeuvres. So you're going to actually be able to feed a lot of people just from this little bit. So she's going to stuff it right into the cup real quick before it cools down. Go ahead, put it in over here in the corner so you can actually cramp it in there. There you go. And then we're going to fill that little vessel with some, oh no, that's okay. You want to put it in the microwave? Yeah, but you can't do it long. Once I cut it, you can't really do it because it'll shrivel up. So just do this one. So you're going to do it in the microwave for like 5 to 7 seconds. It really doesn't take long. And these we can still use. We can just stagger them like that and leave them there. All right, let me flip over our chicken. Looks like it's cooking nicely. There we go. Nice crunch on that. Oh, look at that. That looks so good. That's a nice crunch on there. Did you guys get that? Now look at you guys. Yummy. Woo, that looks good. All right. So once you get your tortillas ready, you got it? Good girl. Go quick now. You got to go quick. So you only want to do like 1 or 2 at a time because you want to be able to go quickly and stuff it into there. The same thing with the mission wraps. Unless you're gonna wrap them in a towel and let them like be available for you when you're ready, you're gonna have to do them one at a time. All right, that's good, honey. I think that's enough for now, right? You want to do some more of these? We have some of those and just fill this up, yeah. All right, so now we're gonna get our cheese going, and we have 3 different kinds of cheeses. We have a cheese sauce, which is a dairy-free cheese sauce. We have a white shredded cheese, which is also dairy-free, and then we have the dairy stuff in the back. We're gonna leave that for later because we want to be able to eat, and we don't want to have to do this separate until it's time. There you go, quickly. And if you wanted to just use the whole thing, you can stuff that. This is like we did a half in here. You can stuff those into it. After you're done with that, I'm going to cut the chicken, Sophia. And then I'll let Sophia stuff them with the cheese. Yeah, those ones I did half. I'll take that. I need that. And then you're going to need one too because just hold off for a second on that. So we've got a bunch of different cheeses. All right, I'm going to cut the chicken. You get ready with the cheese. So she can put some cheese in the cup, and I'm going to do the chicken right now. Yeah. And I don't have to fully cook that chicken because this is going into the oven. But I do want it to be crispy. All right, so I'm just going to cut it into small pieces, hopefully. And we'll be able to stuff it in there. Don't put too much cheese because we want to be able to stuff the chicken in there. Now that little crunch on the outside is just going to add another element of nice crunchiness to that. And it will stay nice and crunchy in the oven. So I'm just going to put a couple pieces of chicken in each one. Which ones did you do? This one? There we go. And we'll stuff that with chicken in there. And I'm going to we're going to have to get these in the oven because we don't want everybody to miss out. I'm going to stuff them with the cheese on top. These ones we could put a lot more chicken in because they're a little bit bigger. That's okay. And I also have this cheese slices, which these are also vegan. It's from a company called Vegan, and they're really delicious. And you could just kind of drop those off on top. We're going to add a little bit of salsa to it again, just to cook it in the oven. Sophia, you want to drop a little bit of salsa on that and actually get one of those into the oven real quick. I'm going to test our chicken and make sure it's nice. Yummy. I taste good. I'm not going to feed you. Sorry. All right, let's get them in the oven. Oh, here you go. I almost ate it all. Which ones? You need more chicken? Oh, no. All right, more chicken. So just chop up your chicken into little pieces. And you see how much, like, this is only 2 chicken breasts, and we've already made almost a whole tray of these little taco bites. All right, you're going in. One more? I missed one? Okay, why don't you show them before you go? So that's it. Taco bites are going in the oven. We really just need to melt that cheese, crisp up the tortilla, and then it's going to be done. And I will do these. Just going to top this with a little bit of salsa. I don't think you can have too much salsa ever, so we like it that way. And then I'm going to do just a little bit of cheese. I would have put this like in the bottom so they have like a little like kind of support, but we'll just put it on the top for now.
How long do you want them in?
Just put them in for like 2 or 3 minutes, just until the stuff melts. Okay. All right, you want to put those in too? And then we're going to get ready with our sauces. Oh, you're stealing stuff. You're stealing stuff. All right, so for starters, let me get rid of this. And then we're going to show you our hot dogs that we're going to put in the fryer because, of course, we have to fry our stuff. You know that. So in order to fry them, we put them in the freezer after we rolled them in the dough. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them out of the freezer. So if you can get the hot dogs out of the freezer. And we're going to just drop those right into the fryer. Hopefully we have no... And I'm going to show you these. These are really fun. Look at these. Yeah, you can put those back. We wrapped them in parchment paper, and look. So we've got our hot dogs already ready to go. These are great to make ahead of time. Just first you're going to freeze them on the sheet, and then you can wrap them into a bag. You can throw that away, honey. So look, we're going to just drop these right into the basket. And these are going to go into the fryer just for a few minutes until that dough gets cooked, because the hot dogs are already cooked. I'm actually going to put the top on because I'm a little bit scared, since you guys, if you didn't see last week, you can go rewind that because that was an interesting event. Sophia's going to get started on the sauce. You ready? All right, let's see.
Actually,
Okay. So I've got a little bit of lettuce. We've got fresh lettuce. We have a jalapeno. This is for our taco cups. We're going to chop that up. I've got some sticks for our hot dogs. What else do we need? I think we have everything. Yep. Oh, Sophia, you're going to get the other things, right? All right. So last week you saw we had the sticks and we ate some little buffalo bites with the celery on top, and that was so delicious. I suggest you make those. They were really yummy. What are you getting? You're going to take them out? I'm going to grab this.
I just touched that with mine.
Oh, no. We've got some mustard and some Mike's Hot Honey. Sophia's going to make a little addition with that. And I'm going to actually...
You guys got it?
Right here. Yep. And I'm going to actually cut up that lettuce.
Should I just do it in here?
Yeah, do it right in there. So just a little bit of lettuce for our taco cups. We don't want to miss out on the greens. And we always want to make sure we try to make it as healthy as possible for, you know, if you're going to be indulging in those football finger foods, you want them to be a little bit, it's never too much Mike's Hot Honey.
No, I'm talking about mustard.
Oh, okay. That might be right, yeah. All right, and I've got a fresh jalapeno here. I'm just going to slice that up. Nice thin slices. Sophia, you're going to get the baby gherkins, right?
Yep.
So she's just making a hot honey mustard for the hot dogs. And then we have the lettuce and jalapeno for the taco cups. And then we've got one other thing, right? All right, these are cooking up nice. A few more minutes. I see them crisping up. And then we're going to be ready to eat. We hope you guys, BYON. We hope, because football finger foods is probably one of the funnest things. I never really watched football when I was little, but my brothers always did. And they would always be cheering for opposite teams. So you guys saw our popper board today where we put Dan Marino on there because that's the only football player that I can actually remember, because my brother liked the Miami Dolphins. And I don't even know any other football player. Can you name somebody that's like nowadays? I don't even know. Oh, other than that guy that was Jamal, whatever, that was pronounced dead or whatever on the field. What's his name? He's alive, thank God. But that was like the only other football player I could think of that I know. Oh wait, Tom Brady's a football player too, right? Tom Brady's a football player. Gluten-free grandma, you know any football players? Herschel Walker. Remember him?
Yeah.
He played for like the New Jersey Generals or something, right? We had tickets for them. Yes. So anyway, so not big in the football department, as you can see. But definitely, I will make you any type of snack you want when you're watching football. I don't know anything about it, but I enjoy all the finger foods. So we're ready. We're getting ready. Sophia's got the hot mustard. Peyton Manning. I don't know who that is. Oh, okay.
I remember that.
Gluten-free grandma coming out with the football celebrities.
Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls for New York Giants. You should know that.
Eli Manning. Yes, my brother loves the New York Giants. I could care less, but yes, that's it. I like the red, white, and blue. That's what I like. Their uniforms are red, white, and blue, right? Yeah. All right, come on, Sophie. It's time to eat. All right, we've got our napkins ready. We got to go. All right, put it out. Ooh, no, I think they're going a little bit more, but that's okay. These ones are done. Just put it down for now. Yep, put it down. Oh, sorry. And we need our gherkins. So what we're going to do is
Don't
these.
touch it.
I won't touch it. These I definitely would want to serve on the stick. with the baby gherkin because
finish
how cute is that? Oh, that's okay. I mean, when you're serving football finger foods, you always want them to be finger foods, right? So a little baby gherkin on top. Sophia's going to put her little touches of honey, hot honey. And I'll actually get one of these out for us, Sophia. We can have one of these. So these are the fried ones. You know what my preference would be, of course. But I definitely want gherkin on top. All right, and Sophia's going to drizzle a little bit of honey on there for us. Yes, please. Just drizzle it on there. Good to go. You touch the pan, you okay? And put it on yours. And then we'll do cheers.
Can I move the pan away though? I'm
Here,
gonna touch it again.
yeah. Here, take your napkin.
Take this. Hold this for me.
Hold this for
Over
you.
the cutting board.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got it. I got it. Look at that. We're dripping, but we've got the baked and the fried, right? Hold on. Got me in there. All right. So here's the fried. Here's the baked. Which one would you pick? I picked the fried.
Which one?
I picked the fried. Ready?
Okay.
Oh, that's hot. It's hot. Wow. Okay. Taco cups aren't ready yet?
Maybe.
All right. That's okay. We don't have to show them. We've got to go. We don't want to keep you hanging. We got to wrap it up. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. Football finger foods, a little bit for your hands. Yummy treats for you, baked or fried, you decide. And then we've got the taco cups. We might as well just top it a little bit with Sam's. I definitely can't eat that. It's going to be too hot. A little bit of lettuce. Take that one. And one little jalapeno on top. Go for it, Sophia. It's going to be a little messy.
Jalapeno.
It's going to be a little messy.
That's a
You're going to
pretty
get it
big
out. There you go.
jalapeno.
She got it out. Yay. That's going to be fire hot, honey. Don't do it.
I won't. See,
All right.
it looks pretty.
You guys, it was nice tuning in. We're glad you were here today. No, you did it. It's too
I'm
hot.
not going to be able to fit that in my mouth.
Okay, let's just put it right here. We hope you enjoyed football finger foods, football bites. But we know you guys are getting ready, so we hope this helped you to make delicious, gluten-free football finger foods. You like it? And dairy-free, but you can add your own fixings to it and make it your own. There's so many things you could do with the taco cups. Don't limit yourself to just a piece of chicken and some salsa, but make sure it is Sam's if you're going to use it. You like that? Little hot dogs are good, right? All right, guys, thanks for tuning in today. We want you to come taste and see how good it is to be gluten-free. Ciao, everybody. Have a delicious weekend. Oh, that's not in order. Makeup by Artistry, hair by Satinique. Aprons by REM Designs. Thank you to our pantry partners and fridge friends. ABC Gluten Free is a production of American Bods. God bless everybody. Ciao. Enjoy your football finger foods. Thank you, baby. I won't end this.